Well, there's some bad news for you, Mar the that are the Marvels fans, the movie that's coming out this weekend with Brie Larson in them. So apparently, it says the Marvels ticket pre-sales are worse than the Flash and Black Adam. This is kind of expected because the Marvels, the characters in that film aren't as recognizable or aren't as great compared to the Flash and Black Adam. The Flash and Black Adam, they're more popular. So this video doesn't surprise me on that. So we're gonna be checking out this video about that. This is from Clownfish TV. So make sure you all go and subscribe to their channel. They post some great content, whether it's about Marvel or Star Wars or whatever. They have some great content, some funny stuff on there. So feel free to go help them out. They got 336,000 subscribers, so they're getting. You want to help them out, get closer and closer to 500k subscribers, and then I think the next goal will be to get 1 million subscribers for them. So go and help them out. I've been watching their videos for a while. They're very funny. So, but without further ado, let's check this one out. I can't wait to see what they got to say about this thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do another video about the Marvels, because somebody's got to talk about this movie, right?
Well, it's funny because,
Actually, let me do something right quick because I want you all to see both of them. I'm gonna take the mask thing off. There we go. That should be good. Because I want you all to see the full screen on them. I want you all to see over. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'll work.
this is misleading. They said that the pre-sale placed it lower than two of the DCU's biggest box office bombs. Not exact. Well, it depends where you're looking at the estimates. It's not exactly accurate unless it comes in really low, and then it's accurate.
We'll talk about it, because regardless...
It's going to be about the same level.
It's going to be low.
Yeah,
it's going to be low.
Marvels is not looking to be a very big hit.
Yeah.
It's not going to be 100 million plus box office. It's probably not going to do what Ant-Man did, and that's not a good sign, because we're going to have the Disney Marvel faithful turnout opening weekend, and then it's probably going to drop off a cliff.
Even towards the 70
definitely. I agree with
that they keep sticking with. Yeah, Eternals did better than that, and we all know how Eternals went.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop.
I gotta look at the budget that they put in this film, because I feel like it's gonna bomb. Because I think they said that it's gonna make like 70 million its first weekend, which is I think less than the first film, and then less than the Eternal. So yeah, things don't look too good for this.
Pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to shopclownfish.com. Please back Shadowbinders. Free hardcover graphic novel. First new Shadowbinders content in like 10 years. The book is half done with webcomics versions of Shadowbinders, and then we've got the new material.
Which I'm very excited about, because it's really cool.
We're getting there, and I'm
very
glad,
proud of it.
I'm glad to be able to draw a comic like an actual comic and not crank out webcomic pages, because that just does not work.
It
does not
sucks.
work. Its schedule sucks. So volumes 1 and 2, we have a very limited supply of these. We've done like 2 batches of books, and we're almost out.
Or the hardcovers. We had batches of books before the hardcovers.
Yes.
Anyway, so let's get to the important stuff.
The important stuff is talking about the Marvels. The Marvels ticket pre-sales place it lower than 2 of DC's biggest box office bombs.
Yes and no. That's okay. So if we go down to it, they're talking about the movie coming out. Now, we know that the range that they keep putting it into is...
Also, there are a lot of people that are waiting for reviews to come out. They're either going to come out like Thursday or Friday, and that can persuade them in their decision on what they want to do as far as watching the movie. So, the pre-sales, I mean, it could be one way, and then once the actual box office numbers come out, it could be something totally different. So, you know what I'm saying?
Like, now we've seen people say as low as, like, what were you saying, like 45?
That's like a worst case scenario.
Yeah,
45.
but most
Yeah.
places are like saying between like 50 and 80 or something like that, or 55 and 80. So they go by 70. If it hits 70 million, it's going to be beat by Eternals, which was 71.2 million. But it's not behind DC's biggest bombs. Black Adam and the Flash. Black Adam only did 67 million, and the Flash did 55 million. It could very well end up beneath them. But we don't know that yet. It could do way better. It could do way worse. I mean, but if they're going by the 70 million estimate, those are obviously lower numbers. It's a thing called math.
This is determined by pre-sales. They're looking at the pre-sales. Pre-sales are not good.
Right.
So yeah, they said
that's what all these numbers are determined by.
Yeah, they said it's expected to be one of the franchise's lowest box office openings. And the pre-sales place the MCU sequel lower than 2 of the DC Extended Universe's biggest bombs. Again, we're not talking dollars necessarily. We're talking pre-sales. And we also have to figure inflation, too. So that's a whole nother,
Yeah, but most of these were just a couple of years ago. It's
Yeah.
not enough inflation to make a difference. It's not like when they...
Inflation ain't gonna be a
say
difference.
The Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny was not the worst performing, the next worst performing, but when you figure inflation, and it was like massively underperformed compared to every other movie.
Yeah, like The Flash just came out like this past summer, and then Black Adam came out last November or October or something like that. So they're not that far apart.
It's like, oh, it made more money than the Indiana Jones movies in the 1980s.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
when you compare for
yeah,
inflation, they mostly were over $1 billion in today's money.
Yes, they were They were huge successes.
This is like, oh my god, I can't even.
Back when the average matinee ticket was like $1.50, $2. I remember. Like early 80s, you'd go to a matinee for just a couple dollars.
It's like saying the athlete from 2023 runs faster than the athlete from 1980. I mean, when they're running at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah. With less than a week remaining until release, Deadline revealed new ticket pre-sales numbers for the Marvels. The MCU sequel is currently tracking for around 70 million in its opening weekend.
That varies.
Yeah. Not only behind the franchise's worst reviewed movie, Eternals, which opened to 71.2 million, but also behind 2 of the DCEU's biggest bombs, Black Adam and The Flash. Now, they didn't mention Shazam, too.
But beyond that, though, what's funny to me, the person wrote this. We're using 70 million as the amount.
Yeah.
And then they say Eternals is 71.2, but that's behind these movies, too. And I'm like, last time I checked, there's like a little Pac-Man eats the bigger number. 70 million is bigger than 67 million. And 70 million is bigger than 55 million. Now, I don't think it's going to do 70 million. That being said, in this for
when I'm reading that, I get what she's saying on that.
70 million is bigger than 67 or 55, dude.
Yeah, they're strictly talking pre-sales, so I think they're trying to.
But even then, 70 million, they're tracking for.
Yes, 70 million would put around Eternals, but that's still for a Marvel movie. That's bad.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it as low as 45 million. Yeah. We've seen it as high as 90
That's
million.
catastrophic. If they do, because Ant-Man and the Wasp got slammed, and it's still open to like 100 million or something.
I don't know. They talk about that. No, yeah, they mentioned it here. I don't remember how much they said. Just
Quantumania.
476.1 for the.
I still haven't seen Quantumania to be honest.
It's just funny to me. Yep. I mean, it is. I've never seen estimates so stretched out before.
I think that the thing is nobody knows how this one's actually going to do.
It could do worse than everybody thinks. It could do better than everybody thinks.
Well,
we don't know.
Are they trying? Okay, so is this like a psychological thing? Are
He
they
said
trying
psychological
to prepare people for the worst case scenario, so the next to worst isn't that bad? Like
it's a win.
It did 70.1 million. That's twice as much as the worst case scenario.
Right, like when they did with the Wish movie. Oh, it's gonna do better than Encanto and Strange World. But when you apples to apples, it's like that's not even apples to apples.
Blue Beetle. Oh, it wasn't a bomb, guys. Blue Beetle, even though it was a $200 million movie, it wasn't a bomb because some people said it was only going to do 17 or 18 million, and it did like 23 million. So it's a huge win.
It's a win.
It's a huge win.
I think it's funny to me. What I think they're doing is it's 45 million to 80 or 90 million because it's a huge range. They can say, I was right. I was right. It was in that range.
It's a number between 1 and 100.
Yeah. There you go. Somewhere in there. And when it happens, we were right.
The worst case scenario is it might make $0. The best case scenario is it might make $1 billion. I'm confident in predicting that the Marvels will make between $0 and $1 billion.
I say zero and 500.
That's hilarious.
Globally.
Oh,
but,
God, I don't think it's going to do that.
I don't think that. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of an extra estimate. I don't know how this is going to do. My money's on the lower end, but even if you stick it in the middle, okay, even if you go from the lowest to the highest, the middle would be like 65, 70. So
Yeah.
somewhere in that range.
And that's for a Marvel for any other studio that would be like, hey, that's pretty good. But
Yeah.
for a Marvel movie costing reportedly $300 million because of reshoots, that's not good. That's not good at all. And basically, Disney Plus has been advertising for this movie because it ties into like 3 other shows.
They've been putting the shows on and Freeform and stuff like that, trying to get people interested.
Freeform.
They have been, promoting this all over the place. They've been trying to bring the Avengers film with Thanos into the commercials to try to get people to come. They're teasing a possible X-Men tie-in with the after scenes or whatever. The big credit rolls or whatever. They're
like the light original X-Men
I know.
movie, by the
I'm
way.
just like,
But
they're trying
they
to
baiting and switching
to save this movie. And it's funny to me. I'm just like, but then like you have the Mary Sue and well, guys, it's probably gonna fail because
Dang. They baiting and switching.
They aren't advertising it much. Like
Men
how
aren't
they
ready.
aren't. They it's gonna not do well because of the strikes, and they can't promote it. Does anybody even give a shit when they go out and promote it? Honestly, you see the junkets and you see them doing interviews. You might read a couple interviews on comicbook.com or something. They have an interview with the actors, but most of the time you're not seeing this. It's not really out there that much. You don't really. It's not like everybody's watching it and it influences your choice to go to the movie or not. I'm like, and honestly, when Brie Larson opens her mouth, it usually goes the other way.
Yeah, usually that's it, because it actually would help them, because she actually helped damage it last time.
Right, and Rachel Zegler is like on a mission to outdo Brie Larson. She's like, hold my beer, Brie, and she's outdoing her every chance she gets.
So they said that regardless, they said the movie's net budget of $219 million. I've heard closer to $3 million. And that was after
you have to figure marketing
after receiving a subsidy. Yeah.
Okay, so that probably was after receiving a subsidy.
Yeah.
They keep doing this. They keep filming in certain locations where the governments will give them money back.
Georgia, after they had such a fit about filming in Georgia, now they all film in Georgia.
Yeah.
We're just gonna start filming all the MCU movies in Disneyland just to save some money. That's why we build the Avengers campus. So we always have a set.
There you go.
That's what we're gonna do. But they said, they said strong critical reviews or positive word of mouth. They have an embargo on it until what, like the day before it comes out?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's embargoed. So that's not going to help. If they knew they had a winner.
I mean, a lot of films be having embargoes, though, so that's kind of standard. So, I mean, kind of standard.
I'm just telling you, if they knew they had a winner, they would let people talk about the movie weeks leading up to it.
I disagree with that, because even with like Endgame and some other films, they still had an embargo on it. With it's different standards and legalities that come with when you can submit reviews, and I know that for a fact myself, because I've been tasked to go see a movie and then provide my own review a week or 2 weeks after seeing it early, because of an embargo or whatever legality reasons that they got on the film or whatever. So like, it even happened when I went to go see I went to go see Megan early, or I went to go when I went to go see Black Panther early or something like that. They were like, okay, you see it a week early or whatever, and then you can't do a review or announce it until like the week that it comes, like that Thursday or Friday that it comes out and stuff. Like, it happens. Like, it's legalities with a lot of these films.
To get those pre-sale numbers up. That's what these studios do. You can usually tell how good or bad the movie is by whether or not they're willing to let the reviews out there. And if they're holding those reviews until the very, very last minute, that means people have seen it and they're not impressed. And let me remind you again.
I mean, like, I could see that too. Like, I see both sides to it. Yes, that can be a reason too. So I'm not like, turn it down or nothing. That can be a reason. So like, if they know it's gonna be a lot of bad reviews, they don't want that to get out. So because that's gonna cause people to cancel their tickets and stuff and not go.
That this movie is getting IMAX. It's going up
Is
against
it?
the Battle of Songbird and Snakes. Honestly, people are going to go see Marvel's over Hunger Games most likely. It doesn't have that much competition. Yeah, Wish isn't coming out till way after that. Well, Songbird and Snakes isn't coming out till a week after them either.
Yeah.
And they're all coming out later.
I know a lot of people, they're going to go see that movie Thanksgiving. that comes out the week out, like next Friday, and a lot of people are interested in seeing that. Not saying it's gonna knock, the Marvels, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna put its mark in the movie theater, especially with it being a horror film and everything. I think it's gonna set a mark.
And they're not gonna have any competition till then because other than Five Nights at Freddy's, nothing's really doing well at the theater right now. So they're not.
Wait, Five Nights at Freddy's is doing well at the movie theaters. It is. I mean, the critic score is bad, but the audience score is good, and it is doing well in theaters and on Peacock. So I just disagree with that one, but that's just my thoughts on it. I ain't trying to bash nobody. I'm just talking and reacting. That's all I'm doing. Talking and reacting, provide my opinion.
Gonna have much competition, and if they still fail, that just tells you everything you need to know. Don't tell me it's because men hate women. Bullshit.
You hate women.
And I'm just like, we're gonna have another video about that later. And it's like people don't want to see the Marvels. They don't want to see a movie about kitties. I like them to see movies about kitties too, but not like Brie Larson.
Well, that's what this movie's. This movie's being marketed to cat ladies.
I'm a cat lady, and I still don't want to see it. I have 4
That's
kitties.
hilarious.
I got Okie, which is real Okie. I got Jasmine. I got Mew Mew. Well, it's actually Wait King's cat. And we got who am I?
The other one.
Ozzy.
How can you forget Ozzy? No,
That's
'cause he's a dog.
hilarious.
He does think he's a dog.
He's a
I mean,
dog.
I'm not kidding. He legitimately thinks
That's
he's a
hilarious
dog.
right there.
He thinks
a
he's
dog.
one of the dogs. If they get treats for using the bathroom, he gets treats too. He thinks he's a dog.
He does.
Anyway.
Yes, the dogs get their lunch meat and pills, and the cat comes for the lunch meat.
And meds, but he just gets treats and lunch meat.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Let's wrap this up.
Yes.
He
Please
said, "Let's
subscribe.
wrap
More
this
pop
up."
culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
That's hilarious. Yeah, make sure y'all go and subscribe to Clownfish TV. They have some good takes on this whole the Marvels film and everything like that. And how do I think it's gonna be at the box office? I'm thinking it's gonna probably make. Oh no. I mean, on the high end, it'll make 100 million over the weekend, but I'm gonna be in the middle. I'm gonna say it's gonna make like 65 million, and then like on the bad end, it's gonna be like 55 million. That's like the lowest low. But on the high end, I think I would say 100 million over opening weekend. That's being we go in and it turns out well, and then word of mouth is gonna help it. But if it's like trash or whatever, then it's probably gonna be 65 and under or something like that. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But I might see this on Saturday because I am one of those ones that do want to get a little sense of the reviews before seeing it. Yeah. I mean, maybe I should go see it on Friday. You know what? I might see it on Friday. And then just go in raw. Just so that way I don't get anyone to try to influence my opinions and stuff. I might even see it Thursday if I can get tickets for it. So we're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. But it is a Marvel movie. That doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie, but we're just going to have to wait and see. And then hopefully the end credit scene is good, if they even have one. Oh yeah, if y'all like my reaction to this, post comments down below, like and share with all your friends, subscribe to the channel for more reaction videos. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Jay ain't going down for 100,000 subscribers, and Jay is out. I will be giving away $200 Amazon gift cards when this channel reaches 30,000 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any uploads. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the $200 Amazon gift card and include your Twitter handle. The winner will be announced once the channel reaches 30,000 subscribers.